Hey guys, Movie Fan 56 here, continuing the Nightmare on Elm Street film series reviews for Halloween Horror Month 2014. Are you guys having fun yet? I know I am. And today, we're talking about the next film in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise film reviews that I've started. We're talking about Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Freddy's Dead is the sixth Nightmare on Elm Street film, and basically the plot of this movie is we see this guy, we don't know who he is, they just call him John Doe the whole movie. And, he's having dreams about Freddy, and Freddy tells him to go to Springwood. So he goes to, he goes to, like, this town outside of Springwood. I don't remember what it was called, but the police find him, they bring him into this, like, homeless shelter type thing, and he starts telling the story, and him and one of the shrinks that are working there and a couple other people go to Springwood to try to find out what Freddy wants. Why didn't he kill John Doe when he had the chance? What does Freddy need John Doe to do for him? And that's the plot of the movie. Now, what I think of Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare is a lot of people hate this one, and I can kind of see it, but for me it's kind of a guilty pleasure thing, because I actually like it. I actually like Freddy's Dead. Maybe it's just the cameos, and I think the storyline was interesting, because it does kind of keep you guessing a little bit. I mean, it's not like a big twist or anything at the end, but I mean, we do kind of see what the twist was supposed to be coming, but I still have fun with it, because the first time I watched it, I'm like, okay, I really want to know what Freddy needs him for, let's go on this journey. So, yeah, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, I like it. Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger, I talk about this in every single review. Awesome. Glad they got Robert Englund back. And, yeah. The other actors aren't really that, big now, so I don't really know who any of the actors are, to be honest with you. I didn't pay attention during the credits. But yeah, later on in the movie, spoilers, we find out that Freddy wants John Doe alive because he needs him to bring Freddy his daughter. Yes, Freddy had a daughter. Who knew? And to be honest with you, the whole Freddy has a daughter thing did feel kind of forced, because if it was, why didn't anybody find about it on a file or something, in any of the other movies? So it did feel kind of forced in there, but I still kind of like it. Like I said, this movie's like a guilty pleasure for me. Yeah, another thing, you know how Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master, they brought the survivors back from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, and they ended up killing them in the first 20 minutes. They kind of do the same thing with this one, only not with Alice and Dan or anything. It's just, it's similar, because the movie starts with John Doe, and you think the story is going to revolve around John Doe. And I'd say about the halfway point of the movie, John Doe gets killed off because Freddy doesn't need him anymore. So I kind of wasn't expecting that. I'm like, okay, he's going to be the next survivor, I guess. But no, Freddy ended up killing him halfway through the movie. I'm like, okay, cool. It's kind of cool. It's different. So I do admire the fact that they do try to do that. That they kill off main characters early on, or about halfway through, or whatever. There's a lot of cameos in this movie. So I want to talk about these cameos, because to me the cameos are the most fun of the movie, and I know a lot of people hate the cameos, but I like them. The first one I want to mention is Johnny Depp. As Johnny Depp makes a cameo in this film on a TV screen, and yeah, he's not going on the TV screen going, "What is the rum always going?" No. He wasn't that Johnny Depp yet. He's playing Glenn, the same character he played in the first movie, and he's on a TV screen, and he's looking at this kid who's kind of falling asleep. Breckin Meyer, yeah, Breckin Meyer, if you guys know from like The Craft and the live-action Garfield movies, yeah, and Rat Race, if you guys have ever seen Rat Race, Breckin Meyer. He's kind of falling asleep, and he sees Johnny Depp on the TV, and Johnny Depp goes, "This is your brain." cracks an egg into a skillet. He goes, "This is your brain on drugs." I'm like, alright. Johnny Depp, cool little cameo. Another cameo I want to talk about is Roseanne and Tom Arnold. Yeah, they make a cameo because, Roseanne had so many husbands. She's been married so many times, but I believe at this time when they did this movie, she was actually married to Tom Arnold still. That was a cool little thing to throw in there. Roseanne's acting was a little over the top. Okay, it was way over the top. But, Tom Arnold was great. And I did like at least seeing Roseanne in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, even though her acting was way over the top in this. Another one, probably my favorite cameo in the entire movie, is Alice Cooper. Yes, I'm an Alice Cooper fan. I've seen him live, and I swear it was the best show I've ever been to so far. Like the best concert I've ever been to so far. If you guys don't know, Alice Cooper does he does a rock concert, but he also does like a horror story at the same time. So I'm a big fan of Alice Cooper. So seeing Alice Cooper in this movie playing Freddy's stepfather in the film, who's always beating him. I think that it's pretty cool. He comes down in a hat and like a flannel, and he goes, "Freddy, are you ready, boy?" And he starts whipping him with a belt, and Freddy's just sitting there taking it like, "Yeah, give me more, give me more." The other character, like I said, the side characters they're okay. I don't hate the characters. If I had to pick a favorite character in this movie, it would be Breckin Meyer's character. The ending of the film. Okay, so in the movie, you're kind of finding out through flashbacks of, what's going on with Freddy and his daughter and why, she wasn't around or something. And the ending of the film is in 3D. And it's that, red and blue, cheesy 80s 3D. And like the last 15 minutes of the movie is in 3D. And the 3D, it doesn't really matter. I don't see why that was such a big deal. Especially when it was only the last 15 minutes of the movie. That's okay. Because I guess this was supposed to be the final nightmare. That's why they called it Freddy's Dead, the final nightmare. The ending of the movie, it seems like they killed them off for good. So, they were intending for this one to be the last one. But, of course, Hollywood makes money. They gotta make more. So, but the fight with Freddy's daughter and Freddy himself, I think that fight's pretty cool. But that's just me. Excuse me. But yeah, like I said, guys, Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare is a guilty pleasure for me. I know a lot of people hate it. I can see why, because it is kind of bad, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. I have fun with it. I like it. But I can totally understand if you hate it. And that having been said, I'm going to give Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare, a B-. Yeah, like I said, I have fun with it, but that's just me. What do you guys think of Freddy's Dead, the Final Nightmare? And, what was your favorite cameo in the movie if you had to pick between Johnny Depp, Tom Arnold, and, well, let's just say Tom Arnold and Roseanne as one cameo. So we have Johnny Depp, Tom Arnold and Roseanne, or Alice Cooper. Out of those cameos, which one was your favorite and why? Comment down below. Let me know in the comment box. And that's all I can say for today. I'll see you guys in the next video.